So the marketing lessons I have learned after running crores of ad spend and crores of money generating in combined revenue, this is what I have learned, and this is what I need to share with all of you so that you can take the golden nuggets and then accordingly plan your entire marketing in year 2026. So when we are talking about running any kind of paid advertisements, you need to consider one thing for sure. That is, gone those days where you can simply put one kind of advertisement and expect people to conversion. Any marketing leads to sales, and in order to make that particular thing happen, there needs to be a predictability in place. I've met with a lot of people, lot of founders on a daily basis where there is one constant problem. That is, we are not able to get the predictability in our sales. This is like the most primary challenge. If you are someone who is running ads from, I guess, more than 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or even 10 years, you can see that particular transition. When we are talking about the year 2019 or 2020, when the things were completely new, you can simply put up an ad, ask people to click on it and buy your end product, whatever you are trying to sell. This is the most effective and most useful way that used to work in year 2020 and 2019. But the prime challenge that people are facing today is that today's market, people are considering the same today's market as it is of 2019 or 2020. People are placing ads, expect people to register for their webinars or any kind of one-on-one calls and expect that immediate transition. This is not the case that happens in today's day and time. We are running a company. Every day I get to see a lot of campaigns, lot of funnels in and out, and I'm fortunate enough in post-morting almost all the possible funnels that is working in today's market. And the one prime lesson that I have learned in year 2025 that you can replicate that in year 2026 and beyond is that systems is something that will eventually make you a winner and helps you dominate your particular market. When we are talking about systems, what exactly that thing means? Stop relying or stop putting all of your efforts in creating one of the finest ads. This is not something which is going to scale your business in today's day and time. People are obsessing on video editings, people are obsessing on their landing pages, people are obsessing on all the fancy terms. But these are not the elements that will be going to contribute in your top line revenue right then and there. The only mechanism that will be going to drive instant revenue, put you in a dominating position and scale your business with the predictability is the system. System of what? System to predictably acquire a lead, system to predictably push that lead to one-on-one calls or any kind of your further sales process, and a system to qualify those particular leads so that the end revenue is all combined and predictable on that particular point. Because if you are doing any kind of business and you are not getting any kind of prediction on your revenue, there is no way you can eventually scale or put money in your acquisition channels. So what we have started doing with a lot of our clients, we call it mostly in the direction of the Pareto principle, that you need to focus on 20% of the things which actually impact your remaining 80%. And being a founder of a company, your entire focus should be on two directions. First one is the acquisition channel and second one is your sales channel. अब इसके बीच में there is a lot of conversation that happens कि वीडियो की एडिटिंग ऐसे होनी चाहिए, बैक एंड ऐसे होना चाहिए, my sales team is not that good, or all the different things, which is again something that keeps you motivated enough to improvise on a daily basis. Don't expect to achieve perfection on day number one, because momentum is something which is always greater than perfection. And in today's day and time, the only way to win is to execute things much more faster as compared to your competitors and get the same kind of results that your competitors might be thinking कि मुझे ये perfect video से मिलेगा या फिर perfect system से मिलेगा. Because perfection is hypothetical, it is not something which is achievable, but once you implement something on that particular point, you get some kind of personalized data, and that data could be utilized in order to make things even more better, so that the perfection, I'm not obsessed with perfection, but I am able to achieve that particular thing on a longer run. So this is the kind of mindset you need to develop in today's age and time. Now let's talk about something very interesting on how this entire positioning system and all those different things eventually work in today's day and time. Suppose we have created one kind of advertisement or a funnel of, let's say I'm having a product where I'm treating people, it's a healthcare product where I'm treating people with, let's say, stem cell or anything like that, and the average ticket price is 3.5 lakh rupees on that particular point. In today's day and time, there is a recession of trust. Trust is extremely low, and the only way to generate trust is becoming more and more visible, because the more visibility you will have, the more trust eventually you will be going to have, and which will going to result in the maximum predictable conversions. Now the prime question is how to generate this particular trust. So when any company gets onboarded with us, we do very heavy study in terms of creating ideal customer avatar, monster avatar, pain points, pain behind pain points. There is always a motivation. No one wants to cure or reverse their diabetes just for the sake of reversing their diabetes. There needs to be a proper pain behind pain points. Maybe they love eating sweets, but because of this they are not able to do that. They are worried about spending more quality time with their family. This is their primary factor. Every individual has its own set of pre-framing, and the front end offer that we put on ads should be directly aligned with this pain behind pain point kind of situation. This is the only way on how, by investing very little money, you can create that kind of big domino effect, and accordingly you can have your people trust you more, because when others are shouting out into the market that we can help you reverse your diabetes, you are talking about one single thing, that is the pain behind pain point. Reversing diabetes should be my methodology that I will be going to use in order to solve that particular problem. It is not my primary offer. My primary offer would be to spend more quality time with your family by reversing diabetes. This is my prime offer, and this is the only thing that I'm going to put money on a predictable scale, so that at least my acquisition channel is sorted. Now once the lead got generated, now I have to nurture that particular lead. I have to make sure that in a world where people have an attention span of less than 2 seconds, and they are bombarded with thousands and thousands of ads every single day, and one individual mind is processing more than 55,000 thoughts in a single day, what all I should do in order to preconceive that people in thinking that I am the one who can solve this particular problem. And how we are going to do that? By implementing propaganda pipeline. What exactly is propaganda pipeline? It is directed in the context to generate maximum visibility, where you are not talking shit, but the things that actually matters to your end consumer end to end. This is the way on how these particular people will have that particular snowball effect, thinking that you are the one who can solve this. Even if you are talking about date, an idle girl is getting approached by a lot of humans, lot of males. So the prime objective of me on all of these particular boys is just that one thing, that is how frequently I am visible in front of that girl with the same principle that matters most to that set of girls. These principles could be different for every single individual. This is what we call it as a micro niching. If I'm someone who is good enough, then all the principles that I'm good enough, I'm going to position my entire positioning in such a way that makes sense to the other person, where my principles are getting aligned. This is what micro niche is, and this is extremely important to focus on. Gone those days where you can create a message, talk to lakhs of people on a single run, and expect people to behave the same. If there is a girl who is completely new to me, there is a principle that needs to be followed, who can persuade her to move to the next step. And this next step could be ideally a date, ideally a coffee, ideally a matcha over some croissant or anything like that. Similar in our context also. If someone gave us their contact details, I'm going to nurture that lead on a systematic way and a strategic way to make sure that that particular lead is extremely confident. They have all the idea about me, so that when we are having a proper conversation, they have all the in and out information about me. And as the saying goes, you should be willing to invest just to get inside a particular room. If you are in a room, then all the conversation that you are doing, all the things that you are doing in order to convert that particular room into your particular influence will make all the possible senses on that particular point. So this entire propaganda pipeline is making sure that you are qualified enough to enter in a room with a preset of notion where people already aware of you. Now all the things that you are going to say or speak in front of that particular room, in front of that particular people, to be precise, will make all the sense whether that deal will be going to close or not. After that, there will be a series of segmentation. Every lead has a segmentation. Maybe I went on a date with a girl. She is not willing to date someone who is taller. She is not willing to date someone who don't have ambition, someone who is not into kind of caste or religion. There might be hundreds of reasons. But when we are talking about ideal business scenario, if you are proposing someone a proposal to be signed on, there are hardly 7 to 8 reasons to be precise on what the other person say no about, and out of those 8 to 9 reasons also there will be hardly 2 reasons. First one is pricing objection, and second one is the trust objection that could be cured on a longer run. Just imagine, on a monthly basis you are generating 1000 leads, you get in front of 500 people where you propose your particular offer, and out of those 500 people there will be series of different set of segments. One is not happy with the pricing, one is not happy with the trust, one is not happy with the reference, one is scared, one is fearful, one's past experience was distorted, because of that he is not able to trust you, and all those different areas. Just imagine, I am pre-planned on that particular point. If someone is having financial objection, after this particular day and time, if all the communication happening from my side, whether in the form of ads, emails, WhatsApps, one-on-one interaction, my team involvement, and all the different things, if the primary conversation is only in the direction of pricing with that particular individual, doesn't it make sense that that particular individual will get motivated enough to go ahead with this particular deal? As the saying goes, you can't expect every single individual to behave in the same way as of your messaging communication that you are going to do. Every single individual is different. So the tonality, messaging, motivating, pain point, pain behind pain points, and all the desires, fears, all those different things should be directly aligned with that set of individual. This is what creates a human effect, and when human effect and the human bond is getting created, the asking possibility and the closing possibility automatically increases. People will start treating you as an authority. People will start looking up to you as someone who genuinely care about the interest I am having on that particular point, and this is the only way on how you are going to scale this particular thing up. We are doing this pretty well with a lot of our clients. We are doing this segmentation and all those different things. So if you want to know more about these particular things and how we can implement, you can check the link inside description, book a funnel, one-on-one funnel audit, and I would be more than happy to assist you on that particular context. But again, even if we are not working together, I want you to take this golden nugget with you after watching this video so far. That is, don't obsess on editing, don't obsess on ads, don't obsess on anything like that. Obsess on the system, because system is something that will give you predictability over the entire system, and this is the only way on how you can be little bit of more confident on how much money I have to put in into ads, how much is my people are worth it, and how possibly I'm clocking on the top line revenue. That eventually makes much more sense. So if you like this video, drop the like, subscribe, and I would be more than happy to see you on the next video.